So I saw something on Instagram that caught my attention, and it was saying how pedophilia is now a disorder. However, pedophilia has long since been, considered a disorder. People are just now finding out about it. And the thing is, I feel like pedophilia is more so trying to be socially accepted, just like people who are transgender, people who want to identify as being transracial, um, things of that nature. My thing is, I don't think pedophilia is a disorder. Just like in some places, bestiality is socially accepted, incest is socially accepted, in some countries it's legal. Pedophilia, no, that goes along with that crazy white people shit. I looked at pedophilia and what it was, and they were saying how it's something in the brain that has to do with a white emphasis on white cell. It's a neurological disorder. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, okay, most of these things that I listed, like bestiality, incest, all that bullshit, relates to white people. And the fact that they're okay with that shit because they've been doing that for centuries, since, forever. And then another thing about pedophilia is that in some countries, like in some parts of the Middle East, over in that area, and I believe some parts of Africa, correct me if I'm mistaken, they marry off the girls really young. Like really, really young. Like little girls. They marry them off young to these older men. And that's just what they do. That's a part of their culture. But somewhere in between when all of that, started up to now, in a lot of places, people don't see that as being acceptable. Because now, if you're sitting here trying to marry your child off in the United States, marry your child off to a grown man, that's illegal. Oh, but it's not illegal to have sex with children. It's a disorder. And the thing that brought this up was the fact about all these girls that are missing, and that has to do with human trafficking. How does a prepubescent girl tickle your fancy? Well, in this case, tickle your dick. That's disgusting. That's just like the man who, I think it was on Facebook Live, he recorded himself having sex with a child, like a toddler, and he served no jail time. None. That's just like another guy. I was watching a video on YouTube. He molested a child, and he served no jail time simply because he did not get pleasure out of it. Simply because he didn't get any pleasure out of it. Because he's white. Now, had he been black, he'd be thrown under the jail. And it shows you that these things, they're socially accepted by white people, but when black people do it, it's a problem. Just like when white people appropriate our culture, it's accepted. But our culture itself, when portrayed by us and done by us, it's not right. It's only right when the white people do it. If anyone else does it, anyone that has color, pigmentation in their skin, then it's not right. It's wrong. You can't do it. You can't appropriate what we do, but we can appropriate what you do. We can steal your culture. We can take your men. We can take your women. We can take your DNA. We can do all this shit to y'all, but y'all can't do it. It's not right for you to do it. And I wish more black people would wake up and realize that all this stuff that's happening It's because of white people. Black people don't do this shit. The only reason they do it is to assimilate to white culture. They've been brainwashed by white culture. And so when been reading all about these girls who are going missing, and it's just like, why is there nothing being done? And the thing is, my thinking is that these girls who are being snatched up, from what I've seen, because there was a video that I saw of this girl, this little black girl, she was walking home. Um, Even though there was only one white man in the video, I believe it was 7 white men who were following her, trying to snatch her up. But there was a camera at her house, and she pulled her phone out, and all the men walked away, but you only see one man on the camera. And apparently one of the men called to her and told her that they were going to get her. And that's the thing. I think what it is these white men, they love them some black women. But a lot of black women don't want to fuck with them. So therefore they go for the little black girls. But back to my point, the reason I think that they're not really trying to find these girls is because they're being snatched by white men. But no, if they were being snatched by, let's say, a black man or black men or Hispanic men, it would be a problem. And they would be on national news, probably international news, on every news station, every media outlet possible. But see, those are the differences between black people or carbonated people and white people. They do a lot of shit that's just fucked up and disgusting. We don't. Now, for pedophilia being a disorder, it's not. Like I say, and like I've said before, dyslexia is a disorder. ADD is a disorder. ADHD is a disorder. Pedophilia is not a disorder. It's just sickening. And I think the reason they made it a disorder is so that these men can continue to do it. They have support groups online for men who are like this. They have websites for, and for women too. It's not just men. Men and women who, can go online and watch kiddie porn, so they don't actually act out their behaviors. They can just watch it and it's okay. That's not okay. And for there to be websites like this and not be shut down, you have so many people on YouTube who are, speaking the truth, talking the truth on all these videos, but their videos are being taken down. Their sites, their whole YouTube is being taken down. Their videos are being demonetized. But you can have websites for pedophiles, for them to watch kiddie porn. That's some sick, twisted shit. That's fucked up. It really is. Like, how do you think that's okay? White people want to make so many things that they do just acceptable by everyone. And I think and believe that it's going to get to that point. It's going to get to that point where all these things are widely acceptable. Bestiality, incest, pedophilia, all this other shit. Probably killing people will be accepted. Because as you can see, white people killing black people is okay. But black people killing white people, not okay. So let me know your thoughts and what you think, on these issues. And let's get a discussion going.